We recording now. Bam. What up, y'all? It's Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker for single parents and entrepreneurs across the globe. This video is entitled My Story. That's exactly what it is, my story. Um, we're gonna bring it back to 2010, right? I was a young warthog. And, when I was a young boy, though, in 2010, there was a lot going on in my life. This is where I'm starting the story off in 2010 for a reason. You're gonna find out, but 2010 is the beginning of Merch Life. It's the beginning of Zayden, the beginning of my oldest son. So this is where it all, you know what I mean? This is what encompasses what you see before you. You know what I mean? This is like the reason why I'm here right now. So that's why I'm starting with 2010. You feel me? So 2010 was like I turned, you know what I'm saying, 18 or whatever, things of that nature. My mom had moved to Florida, and I was still in Philly. I chose to stay, not continue to live with her. So I was basically feral. I was in the wild, and this was a decision that I had made on my own. You know what I mean? In the process of making that decision, going through the motions, becoming a man, and having to fend for myself, I chose to find different avenues of. All right, I sold drugs. That's what I did. Yeah. Yeah, I chose to find different avenues of income, which weren't some of my best choices. You know what I mean? So anyway, I started trapping. I already was, but now it was like instead of doing it to do it, now you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wanted to be, everybody wanted to be in a position of independence at the age of 18. You want to have your own money. You want to be able to do stuff when you want to do it, right? So that was the purpose beforehand. But after deciding that I was going to survive on my own, things of that nature, I started busting traps like it was my life depends on it because it did. So long story short, it's not going to be short though. But long story short, I continued to do that. I ended up I ended up losing the living space that I got evicted. So I ain't had a rent. Yeah. So I ended up doing what most men at that age, especially in the city of Philadelphia, I would say, in my opinion, do. And that was kind of skinny. I found a woman that I could live with, and I paid her with I paid her with you already know. You already know. So that was that part, right? Around around 21, 22, I'm lying. Around 22, I'm sorry, around the age of 20, because I was locked up on my 21st birthday. So it's two things that's gonna happen when you in the street. You're either gonna go to jail or you're gonna end up doing so well that you're gonna end up doing so well that you either go to jail or get harmed in some way because you're doing so well, or you're gonna end up sucking so bad at it that you're gonna be forced out of it through lack of finances. You know what I'm saying? So it's two different options when you're doing shit like that. And I wasn't the you know what I'm saying, the latter. So I didn't fall back from it due to lack of finances. I fell back from it due to due to you know what I'm saying, everybody not built for the streets. And I'm not built for the streets. I ain't built for going to jail. Once I went to jail, I was like, yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm good. I'm not gonna keep doing this. Like having your freedom taken from you and somebody telling you when you can piss and where you can, like, that shit is drawn. I ain't not me, not I, said the cat. So I like my freedom more than I like fast money. Actually, I still got the fast money, but it wasn't illegal. So that's what we moving on to. So I came home. Matter of fact, That was the first time. So when I was introduced to the merch, it was around the middle of 2011, like into 2010, right? I get introduced to the merch off of just seeing my man selling the merch. Now, the merch originally was perfumes, colognes. And if you know me, then you know that. Did you get one yet? I used to say that shit like 50, 300 times a day. You see what I'm saying? So that was a part of the pitch. But multi-level marketing is one of the easiest ways to come out of a rut, especially if you're young and you just need some income and you need it now, and you don't want to do all of the background checks and all the extra stuff that you may not be able to do because of your criminal record at the time. Like multi-level marketing will save your life if you need it to. If you use it properly, it can really change your whole situation, and that's what it did for me. So around 2011, I got in the mix with the merch. Then my team in Philly went to Baltimore, opened the office there. So eventually I ended up going to Baltimore as well. Fast forward to the Baltimore situation. I'm in the mix in B-More. We out there, they was already out there for like 2 months. When I get there, I end up staying for 3 months. So we sell the merch, we build the office up, we recruit a bunch of people, somebody's running the office now, we go back to Philly. We go back to Philly on July the 4th. I go back to jail July the 7th. So after 2 years of not getting in trouble at all, of not doing anything wrong, I come back to Philly, and in 3 days, I'm back in jail. In 3 days. 3 fucking days. So it was all because of a warrant of a failure to appear that I didn't go to court for the last thing I was in jail for 2 years ago. Yes, that's how petty it is. And because I was a flight risk, meaning this nigga gonna leave if we let him come out on bail, or if we let him out when waiting for the court. You know what I'm saying? I sat in jail for the first 30 days. I had my court date was scheduled to see the judge that I was supposed to see 2 years ago. My court date was scheduled for 30 days after I was arrested. So I was arrested on July the 6th. I got registered by July the 7th. I'm in there. They officially said July the 7th is when I got booked. They told me that my court date was like was like August something, right? I'm like, cool, I'll be home for my birthday. I'm gonna be 21, get excited. Ain't wrong. I go to court, sit in the cold ass basement at CJC. We down there all day, literally all day. I'm talking about they wake you up at 5 a.m. They wake you up at 4 a.m. I'm sorry. Y'all on the bus by 5 a.m. You get to court around 5:36. You don't get seen in court until around 1, 2 o'clock, if you get seen. And that day I did not get seen. So it's around 1, 2, 3 o'clock. I'm like, God damn it. I ain't got no thermal, no nothing. Think about it. I got booked in the middle of the summer. The middle of the summer. It's hot as shit outside. The middle of the summer. I fucking go to CJC to go to court. It's cold as shit in there. I'm telling you, them holding cells gotta be 32 degrees. They gotta be. Because if not, you're gonna smell the nigga next to you. Trust me. If not, it's gonna be germs in there that you're not gonna want to be around or up under. Believe that. So they keep it that cold for that reason. Because when you go to court, you putting on the same clothes that you got arrested in. So whatever happened to you during the pursuit, whatever happened to you before you was booked, whatever you had going on, if you just climbed out some yams and I mean, yeah, bro, like you ain't get to wash before you got booked. That's what you're wearing to court, unless somebody brought you clothing, unless somebody brought you some clothes from where you stayed. That's what you're wearing. So I had on the same shit I got booked in. I had on the same shit I was on 60th and Market in. And the only reason I was on 60th and Market that night, it's crazy. I just was walking past. I wasn't even doing nothing. I just was walking past. And I got stopped because I'm at the deli, which is the hottest spot on Market Street for real, for real. So they stopped me. They like, oh, you ain't got nothing bet. We gonna run your name because you know just because we need your ID. So I'm like, all right, cool. Run my name so I can be up out of here. They like, sit tight, buddy. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh yeah, just put your hands on the hood, buddy. So you know what the fuck that means. Once they call you buddy, yeah. Once they call you buddy, you ain't know. You ain't know. So fast forward. I come home September the 12th. Like I said, my first court date was scheduled for August. They postponed it. I sat there all day, cold as shit, all day, talking to niggas that I don't know about nothing that I care about their cases. Like you facing life and you telling me about this shit. I can't even say, I'm about to go home today. I can't even say that to you because you in here stressing about you getting life for standing next to the nigga that shot the nigga and not telling on him. You about to get life for not telling. You about to get life for not telling, and you talking to me about it. I can't tell you my situation. You feel me? So I had to go through shit like that, and then go right back to the jail. Go right back to the jail and sit there. They give you the piece of paper when you get there. They like, oh yeah, you're going scheduled for such and such. Bro, my court date wasn't scheduled until September 12th. So imagine getting booked for something that was 2 years ago. You know that they're gonna throw it out once you see a judge. You wait for 30 days in jail for 30 days just to be told, oh, you gotta wait another 30 days. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta wait another 30 days. God was like, sit down, bro. Just chill for a minute. You feel me? Sometimes you gotta be taken out the way. And I know I told y'all this before, but my other testimony about that being taken out the way, my man that was with me every day, he got kidnapped. So I got booked July the 4th. He got kidnapped July the 4th. He got kidnapped and shot July the 4th. I mean, I came home July the 4th to Philadelphia. I got booked July the 7th, 2012. He got kidnapped that same night that I went to jail. So I would have been right next to him had I not went to jail. And what's crazy is he saw the cops coming too. He did. And he told me too. And I was like, I'm not doing nothing. Fuck, I'm running for it. So I just kept walking like we was walking in the street. Just kept walking. He straight slid though. I'm like, bro, kind of reason to end up going to jail. Funny as shit, right? So I stayed for 64 days. I come home September 12th. I go to Philly. I mean, I go to Delaware because obviously Philly don't love the bull. I was gone for 2 years. I mean, I was gone. I was chilling for 2 years. I come home. I come back to Philly for fucking 3 days and go to jail. So I go to Delaware, right? And at this time, it's like ex trapper. That was your only income. You basically living off your sister right now. You know what I'm saying? She got a man living. Well, he don't live there, but she got a man too, and he not no nut. He not no bum. So he coming at your neck like, bro, what is you doing with your life? Fuck out of here. You living off your sister. Shit like that. You feel me? So, and then at the end of the day, that's the type of, you know what I'm saying, the type of shit. Iron sharpens iron. So that's the type of shit you need if you want some nut shit. As a man, you need another man to be like, yo, bro, you want some nut shit. You feel me? And I was on some nut shit. I was on some nut shit. And I appreciate B for looking out and you know what I'm saying, setting me straight on in that effect. Now, when I came back to Philly, I didn't know what I was about to do. I ain't had no idea what I was about to do. I mean, I could sell some oils. I could get some DVDs. You know what I'm saying? I could go flip some sneakers on the deuce. I could, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of shit I could do, but I didn't know what I was going to do. Yeah, I had no idea. So I end up back in the trap. I'm on 60th and Cedar. Me and my man Shiz. He on the top step. I'm on the bottom step. We in front of Bobby's about to get some pizza. My man Tony Stacks, he walk up with the merch. He pitches Cher. He pitches them. Cher like, oh yeah, this don't smell nice, but I don't want it. Cool. Put it back in the bag. I'm like, yo, you selling, bro? So after that, it was history, right? Because with multi-level marketing, what you do is the first thing you do is to recruit the person. You bring them around the office and you bring them around the atmosphere. You let them know what's going on and things of that nature. So it was Friday night, and I was like, I told Tony, I said, yo, bro, like I'm trying to see what's up. I'm trying to come to the office. I don't got no income. You know I'm not trying to do this shit again. Let's see what's up. So he was like, all right, cool. Just coming on Monday. Coming on Monday. My nigga Easy Mac, and when I say nigga, I mean King Royalty. If you look it up, Negus is not what you think it is. Get excited. So my man Easy Mac, he called my phone like 10 minutes after Tony leaves me. Like right after that, I'm like, all right, bro, what's up with you? How you feel? He like, yeah, this Tony cousin, blase blase. You ain't know. I see you ambitious. You feel me? Come to the office tomorrow. Like not Monday. No, not Monday. Come tomorrow. So what you think I did? Shit. I ate rice and gravy for dinner that night. The fuck you think I did? I went to the office tomorrow. Understand me? You understand me? Yeah, niggas, just like that, Pharaoh. You already know. So my nigga, when I say nigga, that's what I mean. My nigga, Easy Mac, he put his D. He was like, yo, just come to the office tomorrow. That rice and gravy was not good. I'm like, man, I'm not eating this shit again. Shit, $1.25. That's all I could afford, bro. That was all I could eat. That was all I could afford to eat. You understand me? So I grabbed that. All right, so I grabbed that. I eat the rice and gravy. I'm talking on the phone with Easy Mac as I'm eating the fucking rice and gravy. He like, come tomorrow. I show up tomorrow. I go on my day of observation, which is basically when you go out on the field with a representative and they show you what they do. So if you don't know, direct marketing, right, is what I used to do. Business to business, door to door. We hit every store, every floor, every whore. We talk to every person breathing. You got to talk to 300 people in order to get 280 of them to say no. You're getting 20 buyers. 10 is going to be impulsive, and 10 of them going to be not, well, 10 of them going to be impulsive. 5 of them going to be non-impulsive. 5 of them going to be 50-50. Shit like that. Get excited. So you have to play that LOA. So that's what I used to do. I was doing that shit every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? I got really, really good at it. And you know what I'm saying? We started doing our thing. You feel me? We started doing our thing. And this part of the story of the Merch Life story was when I learned to manage money. Sort of. This part was where I was forced to learn to manage money because living on my own and when we lived in Baltimore, it was 7 of us in a 1-bedroom apartment. 7 of us in a 1-bedroom apartment. That was fun. That was excellent. The ashtray was the carpet. We was drawn in that joint. So when the merch subsided, when I decided to leave the company in 2013, it was off of the fact that instead of me getting this bottle of perfume from you, Tim Stecker, and paying you back $15, I could go to New York and get it myself and pay the $3. And you know what I'm saying? And get 10 of them for 30 instead of 2 of them. And still go out on the street and sell them one for 25, 2 for 40 and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's with anything. Anything that you've ever purchased, it actually didn't cost that much. Like the definition of Merch Life as a merchandiser is to acquire something for what it's worth. I'm sorry, it's to acquire something for what it costs and exchange it for what it's worth. It's to acquire something for what it costs and exchange it for what it's worth. Meaning I could go to Alibaba and order 58 wristbands and pay 3 cents a wristband and go sell them for $2 a wristband because I acquired it for what it costs and then I exchanged it for what it's worth. So that's what I realized was going on, and I decided to change my position. Instead of being a worker, I wanted to be the boss. So I left the company. I started going to New York and grabbing the merch myself. I started doing for self within the direct marketing. And then came a time where it was like, am I going to just grab perfumes or am I going to grab, because it's New York. It's New York now. It ain't Canal Street either. It's 28th and Broadway. It's so many things, like anything you've ever seen sold before is there. You know what I mean? So it's like, is there more opportunity here? Can I sell this too? Should I grab that as well? It was so many different reasons or different, you know what I mean, different avenues, different distractions that I ended up going back to the company because of the structure, because of the environment, because of the atmosphere, because of all of the things. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Because of all of the things that comes with being a part of something that's already stable. I don't have to put my money up. I get it on consignment going through the company. I don't have to go to New York and get it. It's already at the office going through the company. So there are pros and cons. At one point, you're like, fuck this, I'm working for someone. At the other point, you're like, they do got way more merch than me, and I can make the money without spending it. So, you know what I'm saying? It's pros and cons to everything. Some days I would go out there with a bag half full of my shit, half full of their shit. It's possible. You could do that as well. So where does the merch life story? How did it get here? How did it get here, Jay? Why are you telling us about all this salesman shit? Why is this? How is this motivational? How does this matter? So mind you, I just said all of that happened since 2010, right? My son is 10 years old, which means he was born in 2010. In 2012 is when I got custody of him. Now, his mother is not a bad mother in any aspect. She's not like an absent mother. I was saying in 2012 is when I got custody of my son. He was born in 2010. 2012 is when I became primary caregiver, and it's not because his mom was a bad mom or she did anything horrible. You know what I'm saying? She just made decisions that we you know what I'm saying, that we had to rectify. I made bad decisions as well. Like right before that. You know what I'm saying? Like right before that. And that's why I say my son is my savior. That's why I say my son is the reason. Because without him, I wouldn't have like for real, I would not be shit if it wasn't for him. I don't believe that I would be a progressive, active member of society if it were not for my home. I really don't. I really don't. Now let me explain what I mean by that. That's not to say that I'm dependent or my success is dependent upon his existence. That's just to say that when it comes to motivation, having a why factor, having a reason, and being as though someone's depending on me, that drives me way more than me being, like my ego. That drives me way more than me bragging or me having the clout to say, hey, I did this. Hey, it's a difference between, hey, I did this and, hey, I did this for you. There's a huge difference between that. You know what I mean? Hey, that's what's up, bro. I already know. Listen, man. Therapeutic. It's therapeutic. And this right here is a long ass therapy session. I'm probably gonna be Instagram probably gonna kick me off. But it is therapeutic, bro. Get excited, man. Get excited. Especially since I found some organic line. You already know. But anyway, I'm gonna get with you, TM. I'm gonna get with you. Oh, I'm gonna get with you. So, like I was saying, what was I saying? You distracted me. I was saying, there's a big, huge difference between doing something and then doing something for someone that you love. I have 4 kids now, but I always have said that Zayden is the catalyst. Zayden is the reason. Zayden is my why, if you will. You know what I mean? He's like one of my biggest whys. And with that being said, let's move on to the next section of the life story of the merchandiser. This is where it gets a little weird. So after leaving the company, going back to the company, selling the merch, this is when I became a 9-to-5 smut. And I say a 9-to-5 smut because everybody got a piece of me, bro. Everybody did. I'm about to name like 20 jobs. I'm talking about Qdoba. Bro, I ain't even gonna name all of them. But I worked at a lot of places trying to find what I was going to do for like the rest of forever. You know what I'm saying? To like figure it out because I didn't. It's not like I grew up without a father, but I grew up not living with my father most of my life, right? So without having that immediate guidance, without having that guidance that's there, without you asking it to be there, and it's on your top and it's all heavy and stuff. Like my mom was always at work, and then when I became a teenager, it was like, fuck y'all, I know what I'm doing. So it wasn't that the guidance wasn't there when I needed it. I just wasn't really like trying to hear that shit, to be honest with you. I wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. That's how I got into gang banging. That's how I got into all types of stuff. And that's that right there itself, just the gang banging section of my life is a whole nother story. A whole nother story. But so the thing about it is once I became aware that nobody was gonna save me no matter what I did, once I became aware that I had to do for self and I had to continue. Oh no, I ain't even talking about Mardella. I ain't even talking about Mardella. I'm talking about actually gangbanging. I'm talking about Mardella was the Mardella was the precursor. It was the precursor. I'm talking about actually being active. You feel me? But yeah, Mardella was the precursor. Get excited about that. But nah, like the thing is, I don't know. All right, so going back to, going back to what I was saying about the next section, right? So once I realized that I had to do for self and nothing could stop anyone. I mean, nothing could stop me but me. Once I realized that shit, it was like either you're gonna turn this merch life shit because I was already saying merch life since 2013. I was matter of fact, I was saying merch life since 2010, since I discovered the merch, since it was first introduced to me. I was just saying merch live just to say it. It became an acronym in 2013, which stands for Mastering Excellence Requires Consistent Hard Work, Living Infinitely Fun and Excited. So it became an acronym in 2013, and this is when it became a company in 2014. Is when I got into business law and I was at CCP for like 2 semesters. And they told me, yeah, you could pay this amount of money to learn this right here. And I used to have to do work and I would go to Google, I would go to the internet to help me better understand these concepts. And it dawned on me that there's somebody out there that explained this shit in a way I could understand for free. This shit is on the internet in a way that I can understand for free. So why the fuck would I pay you my entire life savings and borrow money from the bank just to learn it in a way that I'm not even going to get the shit? I'm not even going to know what you're talking about the way that you're teaching it. I'm not even going to understand it to be able to utilize it to make the fucking money that you said I was going to make by knowing it. So why am I here? Why am I in this fucking institution? So I left. So I dropped out of college like 4 years after I was even supposed to start college. You feel me? Right now, I'm seeing about, on average, I'm seeing about $200 a day in profit. Okay, that's 73,000 a year if I do that for 365 days with no degree. So please don't argue with me about whether you should be in school or not. If you're not in the medical field, you can learn that shit online, bro. If you're not in the listen. Oh, you said pin the meaning of merch life? All right, I'm gonna pin it for you right now. Mastering excellence requires consistent hard work. But yeah, man. But yeah, man. What's up? What's up? What's up? How you feel? But yeah, man. So back to the story. Back to the story. Because I had to type that in there for him. Let me pin that up there. All right, it's pinned. So again, like I was saying, on average, and this is on average, if you average the last 7 days, I'm seeing $200 a day right now with no degree. So the reason that I stopped going to school, especially for business, like the whole reason I wanted to go to school was because I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And somebody said, if you go to school, then you could get a good job, then you could pay for school. And like I said, doing my homework for the class, for all of the business courses I was taking, like I was trying to do some shit. I was at CCP. I'm doing homework for the fucking class, and the shit that I'm finding on the internet is explaining to me, helping me better understand what the curriculum is in a way that I can actually get it. So why would I pay you, or why would I borrow $30,000 a semester to be taught some shit in a way that I'm not even going to get it when it's on the internet for free in a way that I can understand from someone that I can understand, and someone that looks like me, someone that I can relate to. So that's why I stopped going to school. That's why I dropped out of college. That's why I said I'm good on CCP. So I got up out of there. So after that, after I get up out of there, no more school, I start to actively utilize these things that I learned in these business classes, in these business courses. I started to use the stuff that I got from the internet, and become I started to embody merch life. And then Amazon stole it. This is where I learned about trademarking, copywriting, patenting. This is where I learned all of this shit. If you Google merch life right now, you're gonna find me. I'm gonna pop up. You're gonna see me, but you're also gonna see Merch Life by Amazon. Do me a favor, look that up right now and tell me the year, the oldest year that you see associated with Merch Life by Amazon. And then you can answer all your own questions after that. But so Amazon stole my shit, right? So, but Amazon didn't have an acronym for Merch Life. Amazon didn't have it stands for Master Excellence Requires Consistent Hard Work. Amazon didn't have none of that. You know what I'm saying? Living infinitely fun and excited is the last part Instagram, by the way. So Amazon didn't have none of that. So the brands don't really coincide because their merch life is teaching you how to market your product on their platform. That's what merch life means according to Amazon. Merch life is you sell your stuff on Amazon, and this is how you do it. It's a guide to doing that. You know what I'm saying? So after I realized Amazon stole the idea, and then I realized that they really didn't, they just stole the name. I continued to live my life and continued to go about business. I then published. All right, so remember when I told you about my man Easy Mac? My man Easy Mac is the guy that put me on to the merch, the guy that trained me as far as the guy that trained me as far as being a merchandiser, trained me on the field. He was one of the people that brought me into the business and taught me the ropes, right? And taught me the system and taught me everything that's in the science of winning in that book. At one point, we had a partnership where we were putting the system in a 5-book series. It was a 5-book series. And these books got held up due to, people not taking action and not being proactive in finishing. Like we had an entire sequence of the release dates of these books. Like I penned the book, I put the book together, I wrote everything that's in the book. I formatted the book, I published the book, I did everything that the book that requires making the book, right? Now, Easy Mac was co-signed on the book because I felt as though paying homage to the person that actually taught me this stuff. It's like if I'm gonna put it in a book, why not mention you? Why not say your name? Why not make you a co-author of the book? Right? Why not? Right? So it ended up not happening that way. We released 2 books, and then for a year straight, there was nothing. Um, our customers were asking us what was going on. It was a lot of confusion as far as the brand goes, the brand that I started goes. So we decided to to part ways after the second book was released. And then came the discontinuation of those 3 books. And then came the release of The Science of Winning, which basically had all 5 books, has all 5 books compacted into one. So that is how the birth of The Science of Winning actually occurred. The 8 steps to success is in here, the 4 factors of impulse, the 5 steps to the conversation. Everything that entails the system is in there, right? Everything. And then I said to Easy Mac one day, I said, bro, we should write a book for kids because we're motivational speakers for single parents and other entrepreneurs, but we're dads. Women don't really listen to us too much. I think women watch my content, but I think as far as like taking guidance from me, I think men take guidance from men more easily, and women take guidance from women more easily. I might be wrong, but that's just what I think, right? At the time that I'm talking about, that's what I think. So at the time that I'm talking about, that's what I think. So I go to Easy Mac and I say, bro, we should write a book called My Father Is. And we should make it for kids, but about fathers, exemplifying what a good dad is and how you move as a good father and things of that nature. And telling the kids that you can be whatever you want to be. You don't have to rap, sell drugs, or play ball or whatever to get out the hood, right? And he was like, yeah, no, that's not a good idea, bro. I may not have explained it that way though. I may have, you know what I'm saying? Because the memories run together. You know, the ganjas around, memories run together. So I told him that, and he basically was like, no. So I went ahead and published the book. I went ahead and contacted an illustrator and got the drawings done. And we put the book together. It was designed by the illustrator himself. He put it together. We published it. And I brought the book to Easy one day, and I was like, yo, this is what it looked like. This is what I was talking about. And it was nothing after that. I then created My Mother Is. My son gave me the idea for My Mother Is. We made that John, published that John. You know what I'm saying? Come to find out, there are plenty of Black authored children's books that I had no idea about. So you learn something new every day. Learn something new every day. Now, the motivational speaking part of my life, right? This is the juicy part. This is the part where I talk about the shit I'm not supposed to talk about on the internet. This is the part where I tell you the shit that you don't know. This is the part. So I skipped over some things during the process of telling you the story of Merch Life. That was the story of Merch Life led up to this point, right? But the story of Jay is a little bit more in depth. So, how do I explain it? The past me is somewhat of a man whore. Let's just say that. Somewhat of a man whore, right? So I'm gonna just tell you like this. I got 2 daughters that are 6 months apart. So that's 2 kids born in the same year that are born 6 months apart. So they have to have 2 different moms, right? So all together, I have 4 children. My oldest son, which is 10. I have a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old. My 3-year-old, my 2-year-old are my girls. Those are the ones that are 6 months apart. Actually, Lana about to be 2 on the 20. I mean, she about to be 3 on the 28th. So they both really 3. You know what I'm saying? And my 1-year-old, 4 baby, his name 4, CHOR. He's the newest edition, right? The newest edition. So in the process of becoming a man, I did a lot of fuck shit. I did a lot of shit that I'm not proud of, and I did a lot of shit that I can't say on the internet. But I'm gonna tell you what I can say on the internet because this is entitled My Story. So get excited. Um, I've always looked at marijuana like medicine, right? Always. In the process of being homeless, and I'm not giving you excuses, I'm giving you circumstances and reasons why I chose to do certain things. The process of coming from self-induced homelessness, let's call it what it is, because when you 18 and your mom say I'm moving to Florida and you say I'm not, that's self-induced homelessness. That's what that is. So, in the process of being that way, forcing myself into the street life that I was attracted to, but didn't really have to participate in, joining gangs, participating in, various crimes and just dumb nigga shit, like just dumb shit. I done did Molly, I done did LSD, I even did DMT one time, which is like the chemical that your brain produces when you're dreaming. Like you probably have to like stick a needle in somebody's brain to get that. I don't even know how you get that. But I made a lot of mistakes and I did a lot of shit, right? So the motivational speaking part, where my inspiration comes from wanting to help people, why I believe I'm qualified to help people is because God takes the worst person, God will take the worst situation, God will take the worst whatever, and he will make the best out of it. He will produce the best from it. I can give you plenty of stories biblically, but I'm gonna give you something that's real, something that you can relate to, something that you know happened. R. Kelly situation, right? R. Kelly did a lot of fucked up shit, didn't he? I mean, according to the court of law, right? He did a lot of fucked up shit. So the things that happened to those women that were stricken by the R. Kelly situation, the fact that they are able to talk about it and tell their story is going to save somebody's life one day. The fact that the mom that watched that documentary on the Lifetime channel now knows my daughter like being around these rappers because it's going to save her daughter's life one day. The fact that Emmett Till was lied on. They lied on Emmett Till. And he was murdered brutally. The fact that that happened brought about the catalyst that continued the civil rights movement that we all benefit from today. So God will take a fucked up situation, a horrible situation, and make something 100 times fold good out of it. So why do I believe that I'm qualified to be a motivational speaker? Why do I believe that I'm here to help you and I know that my situation can help you in some way? Why do I believe that that's even possible? Why do I believe that's even possible is because I've been through some shit that I don't want you to go through. I have done some things that I really would rather you not do. I've been to places that you probably don't want to go. So I say all that to say, forget my story. What is your story? Why are you the way you are? What have you been through that can help the next person? I believe everyone has a story, and I believe that everyone is unique. And what makes you unique is you. Me and you might be McDonald's and Burger King. We might both sell cheeseburgers, but I'm not going to do it like you. I don't got the mac sauce that you got. I'm not going to put it together the way you going to put it together. It's just not. Some people going to like what you have, and some people are going to like what I have. But until you put yourself out there, they're not going to know that they have a choice. So if you have a story, if you have a book that you need written, if you have a story that you want to be told, just hit me up. You can message me on here, or you can email me at merchlifetv@gmail.com. I'm only helping 3 people in the month of November. And I'm only helping 3 people in the month of December get their books published, written, published, and sold and distributed before January 1st, 2021. Only 3 people. So the quicker you hit me up, the better. If you miss out on the 3 slots for November, I'll put you in the 3 slots for December. If you miss out on the 3 slots for December, I don't know when the next time I'm going to do this, but I'm listening. You got to hit me up as soon as possible. And remember, man, get excited about being better today than you were yesterday. Yeah,